We're in heaven.
We're wearing the opposite. I'm red in the bottom, you're red
This is
on
more burnt orange, but yeah. We often do that. Well, that's what happens when you have selected few options.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this brings me back to college, baby.
Good morning. Rock here.
Nancy here.
Whatever that was in the house.
Oh, this is DJ Sammy.
DJ Sammy?
Yeah, Heaven.
Oh.
The remake of Bryan Adams.
Well, it
Heaven.
sure is.
It's, man, it just brings me back to my good old college years.
Yeah.
We would go, we would hit up one of the dance clubs almost every night. It's like how some of my friends would stay thin. It's awesome.
Yeah.
I love it.
That's
Good
how
morning,
some people
Lee.
would stay. That's the form of exercise for a lot of people in college.
In college, yeah.
Dancing in the clubs.
Exactly. Oh my gosh, what's happening to this?
I don't know what's happening to this. It's separating.
Yeah, it is separating.
It's kind of cool though.
It is. Oh, you got it back.
Yeah.
Right on. Cheers, everybody.
Hold on, watch. You gotta
it.
twirl it like
Yes.
that. You see what I'm doing there?
Shake it, not stir.
There we go.
Or stir, not shaken. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers to you. Cheers to you guys. Happy Friday.
Ooh, that's concentrated.
Oh. See what happens when you don't put a pear in there? Oh.
Apparently. Apparently. Come on.
Oh, yes. Thank you so much for joining us today. Today
It's Friday.
is a special episode.
Well, let's talk about this week first. Let's talk about the successes.
Yeah, but I mean, that's part of the questions. Right.
Let's talk about you and me.
Right. How was your week?
My week was fantastic.
How come?
Well, because I hit it all week.
Yes.
I hit it all week.
Same.
Woke up early every morning.
Yes.
Did my workout
We
every
did.
morning.
And some
worked
mornings
on my
were
stuff
like,
every morning.
oof, no, we're not. But
We just did it
we
anyways.
just did it anyways.
The only thing I didn't accomplish was running 3 times. I ran once.
Yeah, but I think
I might run tomorrow.
you were shooting for the stars.
Yeah,
there.
I might run tomorrow.
Sometimes you have to.
I ran too fast, too long the first time.
Yeah.
My legs are a bit sore.
Yeah.
And I don't want to be to that point where I'm like I can't sit down to go to the washroom or I can't climb downstairs.
Right. Right.
So I got to give myself one extra day.
Yeah.
Tomorrow I'm going to run.
That's cool.
Yeah.
What
about you?
I really like this week because I did a lot of weight training, and
Show them your guns.
no, I will not.
Show them.
No, and I feel stronger in my body, and I feel more tolerant, like in my profession as a massage therapist. So this is a good thing. And I did 5 workouts this week. I feel strong, I feel confident, I feel healthy, and that's really important.
Sounds like the song from what do you call that, Miss America. She is strong. I don't know how it goes, but something like that.
Okay.
They maybe know. Maybe they know.
Yeah, I don't know. And then the counterbalance of that was yoga in the evening. I really stuck with that regimen.
You did it 3 times?
I did it 3 times this week. Last night I went to see a friend, and so I didn't do it last night. But it was really, it was good. It was a really great way to wind down and to really stretch out because I am more I've, took it up a notch with my weight training. So I just wanted to balance it out with more stretching.
That's the plan this year, is to kick up the physical.
What else are you gonna do, right?
Limit of what we can do.
Right.
And because we've been doing it for so long, us,
Yes.
her and I, 20 years or so,
Yeah.
we can take nights off sometimes. Specifically now that we're adding more. So it doesn't make much of a difference if we take one night off. If you did yoga 3 times, you didn't do it 4 times, not a big deal. You still added 3 extra.
Exactly,
Right?
and that's
That's
what you
the
want to
important.
focus on,
That's
is
what you
the
wanna focus
extra that you've added.
Yeah.
And not prime example, you were like, okay, I'm gonna run 3 times a week. Well, maybe that's just over
For now.
For now.
Yeah.
So
Overzealous.
But the fact that you did 2, 1.
Well, 1 tomorrow. Yeah. I'm gonna be 2 for sure.
2 for sure.
Yeah.
That's still more than.
Still better
what
than
you
what
did.
I had last week.
Exactly, and that's what you need to compare yourself.
4
to.
workouts, 2 runs. I mean, come on.
Always compare yourself to the day before.
To yourself.
To yourself the day before.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I really want you guys to, if you don't watch this now live with us throughout the day, if you watch it later, still engage with us. I have 3 questions to ask you guys.
Dun, dun,
And,
dun.
and I want to...
We're flipping it on you. It's
we're
questions
flipping-
and answers
yes,
for you.
you
questions.
must answer.
We have questions.
Part of my health coaching is to ask the right sets of questions
Well,
to
yeah.
get people thinking and to find the answers within.
Yeah.
And that's really how they produce results, because I'm not a consultant, I'm not a therapist, I'm a health coach who help that individual find their own answers within, so that way
Yeah.
they can have that full control and power to change themselves.
Mm-hmm.
But just 3 questions for this.
It's easy. 3 questions.
Most of you have been following us every single day.
Since day 1.
So the topic
So
of the
thank you.
week, yes, thank you for that. The topic of this week was really about, how to maintain focus, getting back on track, and especially when there's so much chaos and distractions, how do you stay focused? So the first questions I have, first question is, what is the number 1 takeaway of this week's topic? How to stay focused. What is your
That's a good question.
main takeaway? And I'll give you a couple of minutes to...
Should we answer it
Answer that?
ourselves?
Well, I want to give these people just maybe a couple seconds.
Right.
We'll have a sip of this.
We'll have a
and
step.
see.
Okay.
We're like, we're not answering. We're not continuing until you guys answer.
We're not answering you any of your questions. I ain't saying shit.
Oh,
How about I just talk a little bit about how I feel about that question?
yeah.
The takeaway.
What is your main takeaway of this week's topic? Focus.
Is you are only limited by your own beliefs. You're limited by your own beliefs. Whatever you believe about anything is what's going to limit you or set you free.
I like that.
I used to think, 5 workouts, that's all, or working out in the morning, that's all I can do.
Right.
Then I realized, well, no, you can do more. You can be way more physically active. You have lots of energy. You've never really tapped into your full physical potential.
Yeah.
Because there's another level
Yeah.
to all of us,
That's true.
myself included.
Yeah. Even
And
your writing. has
Even
been-
my writing, there's another level.
There's
right?
another level.
There's always another level.
There's always another
And
level up or level down.
you can only get that other level by consistency.
Yes.
You can only achieve that level by consistency.
and gradually pushing yourself outside, take that uncomfortable action.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the times it is us versus us, and we're
Yeah.
like, we're always, we kind of hit that ceiling and think there's no extra room.
There's always extra.
But there is. It's to take that uncomfortable action. That's how you are forced to grow, and that's how you
100%.
gain that new perspective, that new belief that you can do more.
And if you're thinking, who is standing in my way to achieve my goals?
Right.
Look in the mirror.
Yeah.
Because that's the only person that's
Yeah.
standing in the way.
Absolutely. Okay. Question 2.
Okay, question 2. I was just going to say that.
What is the number 1 thing you need or want to focus on, and what does that look like for you? What is the number 1 thing that you want to focus on starting the new year? What is the number 1 thing, and what does that look like for you?
For me,
Yeah, for you guys, for you.
my number 1 thing is to get the book done as soon as possible.
Yeah, but is there a time frame? Because it's very important to be clear.
Very time frame. I'd like to get it done before Christmas.
Okay.
Like before the new year.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, so I've got to finish it. And I'll tell you why. I was watching a show yesterday.
Okay.
My daughter and I, we watch car shows on Netflix. We're watching right now Rust Valley, something like that. Restorers.
Oh.
And part of that show, there was a man who was a client of them who wanted a specific car because he had that car when he was younger with his daughter, who at the time might have been 8, 9. And it was a bonding thing that they had. And I was like, wow. I talked to Naomi, she was next to me, and I was like, not emotional, but it got me. Because I was
okay.
like, what?
It's okay to be emotional.
I wasn't.
Okay.
I'm just saying. It lit a fire under me.
Oh.
Saying, this book can't take 10 years to produce.
Right.
This has got to be done sooner than later. Now I know everything has its time and its place, but giving it an hour a day right now, it's working. It's beneficial and I'm moving quite quickly.
Yeah.
And it lit a fire under me
Right.
because I want more for us. I want more opportunities for my daughter and I to bond. And we both like cars. Naomi likes watching those shows. And I said to Naomi, I said, you know, one day we'll have our own muscle car
That's cool.
to play around with.
Yeah.
You know, because that's something I'd like. I'd like one of those things. You know, I want to be able to buy a car, not out of
Like Tim Allen.
necessity and scarcity, but I'd like to have a fun vehicle.
Right.
You know, something.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Right on. Number 3.
Number 3.
How will you stay focused when things get tough?
When the going gets tough.
When the life throws you a little bit of curveballs, when you're meeting challenges. All right.
Aha.
I like that, Amy. Thank you for answering.
Building better habits to achieve my goals.
What habits does that
What
look
are
like?
your goals?
What are
Let's
your-
get a bit more specific here.
What are the
What
habits?
are your goals? And what kind of habits are you trying to develop?
Align with those goals.
What was the last question?
It was really, how will you stay focused when times get tough? You know, it's so easy to stay focused when things go smooth.
Yeah.
There's no distractions.
Yeah.
You know, you kind of disconnect from all the chaotic stuff that's going on. But what
Yeah.
if something really hits you? What if, you know, something hits,
Anything.
you know, like something that hits home? Because it's to a certain degree, it is pretty easy to like let the outside world outside. But when something really hits home and you have trouble shaking things off, what is that? How can you stay focused on things that really matter to you?
Well, that's a good question.
Yeah.
I'm going to stay focused because I know that there's much more to me than what I see right now
Right.
and what I am right now.
Right.
We talked about this earlier. There's another level.
Yeah.
And when I start pursuing my book and things get tough or I don't feel like it or whatever else, I just force myself because I want more out of life. And if I want more out of life, I have to become more.
So you're holding on to your strong why. That's
You have to hold
That's
on to
what's
your
gonna help
strong
you push.
why.
Right.
And I think of my daughter, I think of you.
Aw,
Oh, well, yeah.
that's cool. So a strong why helps
strong
you
why.
carry through the tough times. Maybe meditation can help too.
And the idea is to push through the difficult periods because it always happens. There's always something, you know.
Right.
Dog dies, goldfish dies, lose a job, whatever it is.
But it's not to be swept away, by the way. It's
no.
something to be felt. And
It's not what happens to you that defines who you are. It's who you become in those moments that define you.
right.
There are a lot of people who are at the top of the mountain, right? In whatever facet of life, whether it's financial, spiritual, they've overcome so many things,
Right.
you know? There's always going to be hardship in everybody's life, and it does not determine who you are,
No.
but it's who you become in those
In the
moments,
process.
in the process,
Right.
that really will build your character.
Absolutely.
Because, you know, you can look at people and see the success and say, oh, it must be nice being on top. But if you don't really look at the struggles they've gone through
And the hours of work they
and
put
the hours
in
of work they
behind
put
closed
in
doors.
behind, then you really have no context. And
Right.
it's really easy for anybody. Like for example, celebrities. We look at them and say, oh, it must be nice having all those millions. Yeah, but a lot of these celebrities, most of them, grinded the hell out of what they've
Oh my gosh,
tried
12,
to
14
achieve.
hours are super easy to put in when it's time to make a movie
Yeah.
and process, you know, especially the greats, they get so entranced in that character that they often lose who they are. So
Yeah.
there are other things that lack when
Yeah.
you are successful in one area. That's why a balanced life is very key. So and to live a balanced life,
Yeah.
it takes mindfulness. It takes
So yeah, just it's to focus on the why. Why are you doing what you're doing?
right.
Hold that dearly.
Yeah.
Because it matters.
Yeah.
If you have no sort of intention behind what you're doing, it's going to be easy for you to be willy-nilly about it. Nah, I'll just skip it. You have no reason why to do it.
Right.
My reason why I'm living with them.
Yeah. Exactly.
My daughter and my wife, they're my reason.
Yeah,
Reason
So 3 questions today that you can answer either here with us or by yourself as reflecting on those questions. So the first thing is, what was your main takeaway this week? This week we were focusing on focus.
We're focusing on focus.
Ways to get you focused back into, just to back on track,
Yep.
staying focused, especially when times get tough.
Yeah.
What are the things that you want to stay focused on that really matters to you, and how do you stay focused when times get tough? Those are 3 important questions you want to ask yourself.
It's important.
And if you want to share with us, that would be awesome.
Just doing this exercise could change your whole life.
Absolutely. It starts with intention.
Wrap it up.
Yes.
Wrap it up.
Oh yeah, I gotta grab my.
Oh, jeez.
I know.
You got so in
I know.
depth in your book that
I
you
know.
forgot to keep the cue on for the music.
Shit.
Now they're like, these guys are flakes.
Moment's gone.
The moment's
The
gone.
moment's gone.
As
Oh wait,
always,
it's back. We love you.
ya.
We're thinking about you. And have yourselves a happy long weekend.
Vegetables.
We will
Be a
see you
good
guys
person.
Tuesday
Work
morning
towards
at
your goals.
7:15.
You
Cheers.
can do it. Come on.